Hey my loves, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nikita, and judging by the title, you know that we are DIYing our very own coffee table, you guys. I'm gonna leave some pictures right now of the designer coffee tables that I really wanted but did not want to pay the price for, so I'll leave that up on the screen like everywhere. Even if I wanted to save up and get this table, it just did not fit our space. So what do? We go ahead and do a DIY. I am so excited to share this with you all. It was really simple and easy to do. I saved so much money. I'll let you know all of that info as we get further along into the video. We are also going to be decorating and refreshing this space for the winter months. It is way too early to be decorating for spring, but to each its own. But I definitely want the inside to reflect on what's going on outside, and outside is very cold. So I'm going to be leaving you a timestamp for decorating, and then I'm also going to be leaving you a timestamp for the DIY project. So that will be here up on the screen. And before we get started, I do want to give a special thank you to Teddy Blake for sponsoring a part of today's video. On my channel, I always preach to you guys how you can get the look for less, and Teddy Blake definitely reflects that. So if you haven't heard of Teddy Blake New York before, they are a luxury handbag company that provides you with really high design luxury leather made in Italy, and I am absolutely obsessed. I would not recommend anything to you that I wouldn't use or purchase myself. So think high design, all those luxury bags that you see out there, imagine that at a fraction of the cost. And I love a look for less. I preach that on my channel all of the time. And look at this interior, you guys. Oh my gosh, it's a red suede. I am so like obsessed. I can't say that enough. I will leave the links down below for your convenience, and I highly recommend that you check them out and use my affiliate link. Also down below in the description box, I will go ahead and link the exact bag that I received. The outside is leather. It's got beautiful modern detail to it, but I love that you can dress it up, you can dress it down. It's really something for everybody on their website. Again, a special thank you to Teddy Blake New York. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and hop into our DIY. So starting off with our base materials for the foundation of the table, we went to our local Lowe's and purchased two 18-inch of the unfinished round pine boards, and then one 24-inch one, the larger one being the tabletop. So definitely going to be needing these for our foundation, as well as some 2x4s, but we already have like a 8-foot 2x4 just hanging around in the garage. So for that desired fluted look for the base of the table, we're going to need to purchase a lot of these half rounds that you see here. They are pine 8-foot half rounds. We also picked this up from Lowe's as well, and we needed about 20 of those. So that did take up most of the budget. However, it was still worth it. We saved so much money at the end of the day. And you just saw that I measured the couch cushion. It is recommended that coffee table heights should be anywhere from 16 inches to 18 inches in height, but I do recommend you measuring the cushion of your sofa just to be on the safe side. And now I'm taking this blue carpenter square here, and this is just going to give me a super clean, crisp, straight line for when I'm making my cuts. And also for my cuts, I measured these about a little less than 15 inches because I did want to deduct 3 inches off of the 2x4 heights, because I have those 3 rounds that I needed to consider with the height. So make sure that you keep that in mind. And here I made 5 cuts here, and you could do 4, but I just wanted 5, just wanted to be on the safe side. I broke out that leveler and made sure that everything was leveled, and it was. Then you're going to want to drill some pilot holes before drilling in the screws, and you're going to do that for the top and the bottom to attach everything for your foundation. And I will say that when I was doing my research, I did come across a Pinterest post. I believe it's called With Sarah Lay, and I will leave that down below because it was very helpful when learning how to put the foundation for this type of table together. However, nothing else was replicated. I only followed the foundation instructions. So I then made my cuts for those half rounds, and all you're going to do is really measure the bottom of the table to about half of the top table round. That way you don't go over and you won't have to make any additional cuts once they're all attached, because that would just be a big no-no. So for the very first one, you want to break out that leveler, y'all. Make sure that you make sure that everything is straight, okay? Because that's your foundation. Once you go ahead and make sure everything is leveled for the first one, you will not have to repeat that step for the rest of them. So to fill in all of these little holes, I'm going in with some wood filler with a little putty knife. Now this would be a lot faster if I had a glove for this kind of thing, but I did not at the moment. So I'm using this, and this is the most time consuming, I would say. However, it could be therapeutic if you have music. So once that was all dry, I went in with some 120 grit sanding paper to give where I applied that wood filler a good sand down, and then also top to bottom as well to prep it for staining. And then I just filled in these 2 gaps that I had from attaching the last half round, so filled that right on up. And then while that was drying, I went ahead and took the top table round outside and gave that a good sanding as well to prep for my pre-stain conditioner. And then after that, we will apply our stain. So it may look like I'm being a little heavy-handed or rough, but I promise you I am not. You just want to sand down just enough to where it is smooth to the touch. So as I said earlier, I did want to mention cost and our savings. So because I had most of the materials, stain, 2x4s, all that good stuff, we only spent $226 for base materials. And judging by the inspo pics that I showed you earlier, at the most we saved over $1,000, and at the least we saved a few $100s. So I'm just quickly showing you the pre-stained wood conditioner that we're going with, and that really prevents any blotchiness, and I highly recommend this step. If you're gonna do it right, you know. So I definitely went in with some of that, and then you would apply your stain the same exact way. So while I allowed that to dry, my husband came up with an awesome idea of testing out our stains on the top of the table, the side that obviously won't be shown once we attach our tabletop. So the N is for natural, GO is for golden oak, and PO is for pickled oak. So I'll tell you now that we went in with the tabletop with pickled oak and golden oak, and then for the bottom we kind of mixed all 3. So I love how that turned out. You'll notice it in just a little bit. And then just to show you for size reference, this is the size that we used for all of the stains. We did not need to use the big one. This is the pickled oak, and we went in with the pickled oak right here that you see. And after this shot is when we directly went over it with the golden oak. And now to attach the tabletop, my husband came up with another awesome idea of using these black mending plates that you saw. And obviously we would adhere it with some screws, and that way if we ever change our minds about the tabletop in the future, we can go ahead and replace it easy peasy. So I definitely recommend doing that. Here's our den area without the coffee table, and here it is with it. Oh my gosh, what a work of art. It is absolutely stunning, you guys. I love it so much. It's so beautiful. I love the stain, I love the size, I love that we can get around the sectional really easy. Love how natural it looks, and the fluted detail is a chef's kiss. So also for this room, we really needed some accent lighting, so I did add this new addition. This floor lamp is gorgeous. I will definitely leave it linked down below. I love the black metal of it. I love the lampshade and how linen it looks, especially when it's on. It gives off really nice texture and light from top to bottom and easy to move around. So let's go ahead and get into some styling here. I'm going in with the mantle first with just that simple book and a pot that I DIY'd a while ago to look more aged and worn, and of course my matte black candle holders that I love so much. I'm also going to be adding in some ribbed black candles to that for a black on black moment. And then under here I'm adding in this really beautiful pot that I got from Hobby Lobby last year. It's actually available in stores now. And then that lantern over in the other corner from Kirkland's for the accent chair, going in with this pillow that of course you've seen before. Love it. The price is amazing. It really helps me transition into fall and winter, so I love the texture on that. And then here I'm just adding this really nice throw that you may have noticed from my Christmas decorate with me. I actually use this for the bottom of our Christmas tree, so I gave that a nice good wash and I love it. It's so cozy. I love the ombre look to it. It's perfect for winter. Now I'm layering in some neutral pillows, nothing heavy with pattern because the rug gives off a really great pattern. However, they each have a little bit of texture to them. Also, I went ahead and put in that little leather accent pillow on the other side to even out the brown scale over there on the sectional. And now time to decorate the coffee table, you guys. Also in this clip, we did not seal the coffee table as yet, but as I'm talking to you right now, it is sealed. Make sure you do that. So I will leave that link down below as well. You definitely want to go in with a stain finish. And then here I just added a simple pot on the coffee table book and one Norfolk pine stem. I also DIY'd that pot as well. It ties in with the chocolate brown in this room. I added some pine cones to this pestle and mortar, or just the bowl really, and I absolutely love it. The marble actually gave me like another hint of texture or material in this room, and you guys, I am obsessed with this room. I know I use that word a lot, but I mean, if you're decorating your own space, you should feel that way, right? So it just feels so much more complete in here. And with a room that doesn't have too much going on, it still feels layered, and I really am loving this space. And that wraps it up for today, you all. I am so happy with the turnout. Please let me know your favorite part. Also, let me know if you will be attempting this DIY. Let me know what you think. Do not hesitate to leave any questions down below. I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. And also, don't forget to check the description box for all of the supplies that I use and all of the links that you need. And again, a special thank you to Teddy Blake New York for sponsoring a part of today's video. I will go ahead and leave all of the links that you need down below. I highly recommend that you check them out. Until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.